Welcome back. This is episode, I think, 14 of my Doom Let's Play. Of course, it's going to be really funny if I post this and then it ends up being like episode 15 or 13, and then I'll be like, oh, Jesus. Anyway, this is episode 2, map 8. I'm sorry, map 7, I'm sorry. Which is called the Halls of the Damned. I couldn't actually remember, so I had to check my map there. This map is quite large and quite long. There certainly are much larger Doom maps, even within the base Doom game as it was released. But this map is very complex. There's a lot of backtracking and a lot of wandering around. I can beat this map well under 10 minutes if I was just rushing through it. But I'm trying to, to 100% everything, so it makes it take a little longer. If the audio seems a bit weird in these videos, by the way, it's probably because I'm wearing 5.1 positional headphones, but the audio is actually only capturing 2 channels, and that's actually an artifact of the somewhat ghetto way. I think I actually mentioned before that I'm having to record these. I've got 2 sound cards, and I'm piping output from one into the other, and then recording that input, and it's all just very annoying. So I apologize if the audio sounds weird or cuts out at times. Hopefully I shouldn't cut out at least. I don't even remember what that switch does, but we'll go ahead and hit it because it's a switch and that's what you do. I don't really know if that's always a good plan. I remember one time I was watching my friend Shining Ideal. He was playing Buffy on the original Xbox, and this is the only place in the game that graphic is used. I don't know why it's here. Anyway, I remember one time my friend Shining Ideal was playing Buffy on the original Xbox, and the Buffy game was actually pretty cool. The Buffy game actually had really good combat. But anyway, he was playing Buffy, and he was toward the end of the game, and he found a switch, and it was like, hey, a switch. I was like, hey, hit it. And that's what you do, in the game you see a switch and you hit it. So you hit the switch, and it's like, blah! Like, I died. And that's all that switch does is kill you. There's no point to that switch. So yeah, thought that was pretty funny. Of course, I've probably ruined it for you now by telling you, and then you're going to play that game eventually someday, and like, hey, I heard this game was good from that guy on YouTube, and then, on the internet. Either that or you'll play it. Wait a minute. Oh well. I said a long time ago I was going to turn this effect off, and I never did. I can do that now, I suppose. I don't actually remember where that's at. It's in here somewhere. Open jail options? Yeah, there it is. There we go. Which lets you see what the actual night vision levels do, which is to say, they just set the, like I said before, they just set the light levels in every sector to the max. So what you're looking at is just an ultra bright version of the game, which kind of makes it more pleasing to look at times. I find that looking at Doom's dimness is a little bit, I don't know, visually boring at times. Which is funny because at the time when the game came out, that was pretty revolutionary. Oh, son of a bitch. You little skull fuckers. Well, they are skull fuckers, but hopefully they're not actually skull fuckers. I don't even know how that would work. I guess the horns? I don't know. I don't know. I don't even need that armor. I'm actually wounded. Oh, not anymore. Let's see. I have the yellow key, which means I need to go this way. Like, hey, an exit. Alright, cool. Thought the exit was back there, but whatever. Oh. It's not the exit at all. The game actually does this again later. It's kind of a dick that way. I actually shoot the zombies first because they have hit-scan attacks and are thus much more dangerous than the Echo Demons, which do not. I guess technically their melee attacks are also hit-scan, but they're very short range, so not too worried about that. I'm pretty sure the Cacodemons actually have an especially short-range melee attack. I seem to recall that in some version of Doom, perhaps some old version, you could actually go up to 255% health. I could be wrong about that. Okay. So, I'm going to go that way. Alright, this room. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. Now, I could just run through here and get the crushing ceiling there to kill these guys, but not really all that fond of trying to run through a forest of guys in a 2D game. It's one of the interesting things about Doom, and I'm pretty sure I have that turned off right now, but any 2D object would restrict your movement. Any object would restrict your movement. So you couldn't walk under or over things that were actually objects, which is to say anything that wasn't like a corpse. Oh, this map is so big. It's too big. I can't handle it. And it isn't even that big. That's the sad part. There are so much bigger maps in Doom. Wait till I get to Mount Erebus, which is E2M6, I think. One of my favorite Doom maps for some reason. I don't know why. It's just a big giant open map. I've never really figured out why I enjoy it so much. This area you kind of want to do quickly because it's actually really dark here, but I have the night vision goggles on, or the light amplification goggles, and it's actually even darker here. I'm sure they're going to wear off at any moment here, and I'm just going to be like, nah, damn it. Okay, alright. Just going to kill these little skull fuckers over here. That's their new name. They're skull fuckers. Yes, enemies can and will open doors. You actually, when you're mapping, there's a tag you can use on doors to set them as not monster openable. I don't know why. But you can do that. It can be done. It's usually a switch, that texture. I don't know what it... I don't know if it's supposed to be, or if it does anything, or if it isn't. Here. These goggles are lasting a very long time. There's some more around here somewhere. Right there. Hee hee. Just as they were wearing off, too. Alright. So, I got all the keys now. It's time to leave. Which means I have to deal with this guy. However, it's not a problem because I have lots of rockets. Oh, there's another one. Well, awesome. Eat hot plasma death! What the? Back here. Okay, see? And that's an example of a death monster. I think I talked about that before, too. I don't really remember what I talked about. I just kind of ramble. As I'm sure you've noticed. This texture here can be a switch too. That's one of the things that always struck me as weird about the build engine, which was used in Duke Nukem 3D and Blood, Shadow Warrior, and a bunch of other games. But the build engine in the editor, what texture you set on a wall actually determines what it is. So, like, if you say you put like a crack texture on a wall, well, that actually defines that wall as a exploitable wall by itself. You don't have to, you know, apply a tag or a script or anything like that. And that really confused me. When I first started playing with the build editor, I was like, how does this happen? Alright, so we're done. I'm out of here. This level sucks. There we go. I'm going to cut this now, because that was obviously like 10 minutes. So, next level is the, of course, infamous spawning bats. And I'll see you there.